From AccuWeather.com, this is AccuWeather Daily, a brief host-read article. It's weather news in a nutshell. Well, we all love the show, but it doesn't really matter what Punxsutawney Phil sees on Monday, because not only did winter announce itself with authority last weekend, it is here to stay for a while. More cold air is on the way for the Midwest and the East well into February. Daily temperature departures of up to 30 degrees below the historical average are forecast to continue into at least the first part of February, with only brief interruptions. On certain days, the actual high temp will be at or below the typical low temperature for the date. In the past 2 weeks, we've seen temperatures in Minneapolis and Chicago average 15 degrees below normal, Detroit and St. Louis 13 degrees below normal, Pittsburgh 12 degrees below its average, and Nashville 11 degrees below normal. Even in the coastal areas of the Northeast, temperatures during the same period have averaged about 5 degrees below normal and have been skewed by a brief surge of warmth. Many cities are in the midst of a long string of days where temperatures will fail to climb above freezing. AccuWeather's Dan DePodwin said, "We are currently forecasting a very long stretch of temperatures with highs at or below freezing in New York City. That stretch would rank among the top 5 longest sub-freezing stretches on record. It is not out of the question that it climbs to the very top. The longest stretch in city history is 16 days. D.C., Philadelphia, and many other cities in the Northeast will make a similar run with this current stretch of frigid conditions." Now, looking ahead, waves of Arctic air will continue to burst southeastward from Canada through the first week or two of February. One such reinforcing dose has arrived this weekend, and it is bringing a major snowstorm to the southeast states and a brush with heavy snow in the northeast, and blizzard conditions are likely in some locations. Should that storm develop into its full potential and become a bomb cyclone, which AccuWeather is forecasting to happen, it would bring high winds and moderate to major coastal flooding from North Carolina to New England, in addition to a threat of wind-driven snow. Even where snow avoids areas hard hit by snow and ice from last weekend's storm in the southern U.S., the cold will add to the hardship in the wake of damage, disruptions, and those who may still be without power. The wake of the storm will direct cold air down through much of the Florida peninsula, where daily records dating well back into the 1900s may be challenged. For millions in Florida, this will be the coldest feeling stretch of weather, at least in a couple of decades or longer. On Sunday morning, Miami may break the record of 41 set back in 1945. Orlando's temperatures may dip into the mid-20s, breaking the record of 28 set in 1936. Now, if you enjoy hitting the slopes in wintertime, this snow is great news for you. There's plenty of snow on the ski slopes and endless opportunities to make snow. The extensive snow cover has snowmobilers and cross-country skiers jumping for joy. Ice fishing, skating, and outdoor hockey interests can do their thing with little fear of the ice being too thin. Well, New York City has a new tool to clear heavy snow. After the city was buried under 11.5 inches of snow last weekend, the city brought out the snow melters. With snowbanks eating up curb space and piling up at intersections, city officials turned to heavy-duty snow melters, which are massive machines that can turn truckloads of snow into water. Online, some people have nicknamed them snow hot tubs. The concept is pretty simple. Snow dumped into a heated tank, melted down, then drained into the nearby storm drains. New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani said, "Across all 5 boroughs, we've melted 23 million pounds of snow using 8 snow melting sites. Every 12-hour shift, 2,500 sanitation workers are out there clearing bus stops, crosswalks, hydrants, and other critical infrastructure. These are tough conditions, and these workers are doing essential work to keep the city moving." Snow melters are especially useful in a dense city where there is not much open space to stash plowed snow. Instead of building larger piles that can block narrow streets, crews can haul snow away and reduce it on site. That matters even more during long cold stretches like New York City is seeing now, when snow does not melt much on its own. Temperatures are expected to stay near or below freezing into mid-February in New York City, limiting daytime melting and allowing slush and packed snow to refreeze at night. Crews have been tackling the most important spots for pedestrians and emergency access, with city workers shoveling crosswalks, bus stops, and fire hydrants. Officials say 116 million pounds of salt have been used to help clear snow and ice as well from roads across the city. That's all for now. You can find more regional forecasts and science-based articles at AccuWeather.com. And for your local forecast at your fingertips, download the AccuWeather app. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be safe. I'll be back on Monday with more from AccuWeather.